Getting the notification out. Open Patreon, Sudoku, Facebook now. Okay, it's been published on Facebook. Getting boost. All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Rocky. Got notifications out everywhere. We've got Sudoku Puzzle. Give it another minute. Let a few more people possibly see whether they're interested in sharing. Um, yeah, yeah, let's get this going. First of all, do a validation. Once it's validated and correct, you got about 20 seconds to see by grabbing a screenshot. And all right, got that going now. Feel free to put a screenshot if you want to see solve this puzzle. I'm working on it, or before I'm working on it. And 7 seconds, like that. And I can start solving now. These two, three possibilities here, five possibilities here, three here, four. Okay, two. One of these two is two. Three possibilities here and here. Four possibilities here. Three here and three. Or three. Three here. 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 Column. That doesn't give you a lot of calculus and be able to mark any others. Every one of these has at least three possibilities. Three. Look for it's solved for a first one. Because you have that one in this column. Um, four possibilities here, here, four here, right here. So, no, three here. On to six. Or no, five there, and I put here. One of these two is solved. Down here, I've got four these. Up here, I've got. And seven possibilities here, and like seven down here is stuff. And two blocks here, so four possibilities here, and four. All right. Now, base three is a six, four is a six, three here for a six, five is plus six here, two here. We get a little bit more. Seven, got two sevens on the board, one here. I got four here, five here, five here, four here, five here, here, three here, and three. All right, let's see. we get another small sheet here. Two possibilities here. One of these, two is an 8. Three possibilities here. Two possibilities. Right, now it's 9. Three possibilities here and here. Possibilities here. Everything's open here for 5. And here we've got 7. Here we've got 4. Got 4. Alright. Does look like we're gonna vote. We did pick a couple of spots. Quickly run through, see if any of that help else. And 4 here, which might have 1 or 2. Ah, does. Pick 1. Of these. Actually, 1, 2, 3. So, pick one as well. 3-minute lining up over here. 1 and 1. Still 5 counts, 2 upstairs, 3, 1 stairs, 3, 4. Alright, choose. Same kind of deal. We still have 4 possibilities. There's 3 possibilities here. Oh, come on. 2 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. There's the 3 possibilities here and here. And 2 here. Alright. 3. Anything that now? I don't think so. Still have 6 possibilities here. These 3 are all possible, along with these 2. This one and these 2 are possible. Here, here, and down here we got this one. These 3. So 4 there, 5. Okay, yeah, 4. Alright. So at this point I am going to go to a flood of everything. Because there's not quite enough information for me to go from in there the information been able to garner. At 1. Use around here. 3, 2. These 3. And that 2. We freeze. There we go. These 3 extra, and these 3 as well. Here, sort of same deal. Select the top bottom. And then over here we have a bunch of 3s and a bunch of, alright, 4. 4 here, so we have 4 costs there. So 4 costs here. 3 here. 4 possibilities here. And 3 possibilities here. 5. 5 here. These 12 are costs. Add 5 here. This thing here becomes a cost 5. So here. 4 costs here. Other cost there. And there, this here gave these two. Now, 3 plus here, 3 plus here, 3 plus filters here, 5 plus, and that's the 7s. Got 7 here, 7 here, so 2 plus 5 here, 4 here, 5 plus 4 here, 3 plus 4 here, and here, 3 there, and 4 8. We got those two here, we get 5, 3 possibilities. Now we've got 8, 7, 9, and we get 9 here, and here, 5, and 3 9s here, and 2 9s here. That marries up to 5 plus 7 is from 1. That means we'll be clearing up the other 5 from plan 2, 9 here, 5 9 here, 5 9s here, 7 9. Alright, let's see. It's 7 5 here, here, and that's 7 here, here, here. Else we can work with that right now. However, we do have a handle on 1, check 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, it's the 1. Add into 5, 9, 7, 6, 6, 4, 3, 4, 6, 20. Solve anything. Okay. Ah, 1, 3, 4, 4, 4s, 3s, and 1s. On. Okay. Anything else? Um, 3, 4, 9, 3, 9, 6, 3. Oh, 9, 5, 9, 5. That's 8. Here that 7. So for this here. That means this is an 8, and this is an 8. This is an 4. 9, 5, 9, 5, 9 means not a 5 or 9 here. This is 3. That's all. Now one of these is going to be 3, 3. So, hey there, welcome. Got a 1 and a 4 here. What's this? How are you doing today? There's a 9, 2, 3, 8. Here we now have 7 and 2, and a 2 and a 9, 7. Let me bump that up a little. Give me one. And yeah, it is one. Seems to. Oh, hold on. Back where it was. And that should be better. All right. So 4, 3, 4, 1, 4, 3. So this is a 1. Oh, hey, we get a 4 here and a 3 here, allowing me to fill it or finish out this square. 7, 2. Up here we can take care of the 4 and the 3, and that clears up the row with a 6 there. Becomes a 7. This becomes a 5, 9, and we clear up this square. 2 and 9 here. 6 here. That's all tidied up or tied up at the moment. Here we get a 7 or a 2, 7, 9, and 7 to clean that up. I've been marking them. One of the first things I do is go through and find all the possibilities that can be. And then as I fill in or specify one, it will clear. For example, this 5 will clear the earmarked 5 here and here. That's not 4. That's 5, so this becomes a 2, this becomes a 3. And now I've got the hints here. This becomes a 4, so now 3 and 4 here. 7, 4, 6, 9, and 5. I'm doing the best I can. There is an option to have it turn on all the hints for me, but I'll show you what I do normally. Have to start the game again because if I do a new start, I'll just pull up an easy puzzle, and this is what it looks like when we start. I then go through and say, okay, this is one of these two is going to be 1. Here I've got 4 possibilities, so I don't mark those. That's just my practice. Here we've got 2 possibilities and 3 possibilities here, so those don't get marked at this point. No, 4 possibilities here. For some reason I was visually seeing a 1 here, and that's not necessarily true. 5 possibilities here. I'm using the GNOME desktop the window manager under Pop! OS. I have not upgraded this to the latest. That's not a 9 yet. The possibility of a 9. And I go through like that. Initial or first level is just 2 of each. Although, for example, right here, got a 4 here and a 4 here. So in this square has to be here. That I'll mark. Or hard mark, however we want to call it. We got 3 possibilities for 4 here, holding off. 2 possibilities for 4 here now. And usually when I do this, I will start with 1s. Go through and check all of those. 4 possibilities here, 5 here, etc. You go on to 2s. We've got 2 possible 2s up here and here. The puzzle solver I'm using is the known puzzle solver, or puzzle game. There is a solver available with that that I could use, but I'm not using because all it does is tell me the solution, and that's not what I'm looking for. But at this point, if I wanted to use the fast solution, I'm not sure preferences show up here in the stream. Let me check or do a quick glance at that. Yes, they do. Go back to the puzzle. I can turn on show earmark possibilities, and that will show all of the possibilities right off the bat. I don't like that. So back to preferences, turn that off, and it should just be showing the ones I've selected. I personally marked. And then I just go through and solve the puzzle that way. Because, yeah, yeah. Well, the other thing that, yes, I have. There is another option to turn on that I do not, and that is on the warnings, check against solution. And what that does is say if I put in, randomly a 9 here, it's possible, but against the solution it's not. That's not a 9. So I'll go ahead and delete that, and turn off in the preferences the check against solution. But under warnings, it does have earmark warnings. Those I'll mark. And what that means is when I do an earmark, for example, we've got a 5 here and here. And well, actually 5's all over the place. If I say, yeah, I know a 5 has to be in this column because there's 1 here and here, and I put earmark a 5 here, it will turn it red as opposed to black, like this, because this 5 is a blocker. So, yeah, I've been streaming these now for about a year and a half. Well, a little over a year. And try to do it daily, and I am running from a set of or a collection of puzzles from the Sudoku store on BlueSky. I'm using the 1,000 easy puzzles, 1,000 medium puzzles, 1,000 hard puzzles. They also have a simple level puzzle that I'm going, I'd rather not run with that one. But I aim to do these streams about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There are times when I will be much later. There are times I'll be much earlier. Well, I won't be much earlier. I'll start the stream a little bit early now that I'm getting set up to be streaming at 3 o'clock. But let's see if I can get this one solved as well. I'm going to have to go back and grab the time out of the stream to find what I did for solution time on today's puzzle. But that's kind of the way it goes at times when we're trying to explain what's going on. And no, I'm not taking or saying anything negative about it. It's just, it happens. Okay, 3 possibilities there, 3 here, 3 here. Usually checking, nope, I don't have any more 2s to drop in. Here I've got 5 3s to work through. Here we've got 4, 5 here, 5 here. So on to 4s, we've got 3 possibles here, 6 possibles here, 2 here, 3 possibles here, 4 possibles here, so 5s. Like we've gotten most of that already. 3 possible 5s there, 3 here, A5 here, which changes this. We're not 2 possibles 5s here. That's marked, that's marked. So that's all for 5s, 6s. We've got 2 6s here. There's a 1 here and a 1 here that affect that. Up here, we've got 3 possible at the moment, 4 possible, or 5 possibles here, 5 possible here, 2 here, which changes this to 2 possibles. Because now none of these can be a 6 because it's got to be one of these two. Let's see. 3 possible here yet. Okay. 7s. 3 there's 7 here. And yes, I do accept hints when people see something that's obvious. Like if somebody had spotted that 7 being here early on, I would have accepted people saying or pointing it out. 2 possible 7s here. 3 possible here. This is now a 4 here. Does that affect anything else? We still have 4 possibles here. Now we have 2 possible 4s here. All right. Up to 8s. Let's see, one of these two is going to be an 8. The other is going to be a 3. That might affect a few things as well. We'll go through a second time and everything. However, I've got 3 possible 8s here. This is an 8. Turns it to 1 possible 8. Here we get a single possible 8. 1 possible 8 here. I've got 2 possible down here now. One of these 3 is an 8, so hold off on marking that. 9s, we've got 2. Because of that 8, this is now a 6. This becomes a 9, so this becomes a 3. We've got 1 and 2 here. 8, 8, 8. One of these 3 isn't. We're looking at 9s. My mistake. Lost track of where I was in the game. So 9 here. So, okay, that's a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. 3 possibles here. 4 possibles here. 2 possibles here. All right. And let's do some rechecks here. Well, we got a single possibility here. This looks like it's going to be a 3. Now I've got 2 possible 3s here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these 2 is going to be a 5. So that's a 2. And this one's a 2 now. 7 and 1 here. 1, 2, 3, so that's a 4. And one of these 2 is going to be a 4. So this can't be a 5 anymore. That's going to be a 5 here. Let's see. That makes this into a 1. So this will be a 2. Nope, not a 2. That'll be a 3. No, not a 3 either. Okay. And by elimination, that's going to be a 7. Sorry about that. 7 here. This becomes a 1. No, it doesn't a 1. Sorry about that. One of these is going to be a 1. It's going to be one of these 2. which means this is going to be a 1. Is that if I've got 2 possible 1s down here now. And let's see. I still have 4 possibilities here. 1, 2. So that can't be a 3, so that's a 3. 4, 5, so that's a 6. That makes this a 6. One of these 2 is going to be a 3. That makes this one into a 1. And this one down here becomes a 6, I believe. All right. Doesn't change our 8, 3 there. Got a 6 here already. Let's see, do we fill in anything else here? Yes, we do. We get a 1 here. One of these 3 is a 2. Got a 3. I've got 3 possible 4s here. 5, 6, 7. One of these 3 is an 8. And one of these 3 is a 9. Okay. Over here, this is going to be a 9, so we're now down to 2 possibilities here for a 9. Let's see, 8, 3. That could be either 8, well, it could be an 8. But the rest of this could be potentially be an 8 as well. Here, we've got one of these 2 as being an 8. And this is now a 1. That turns this into a 5. So we've got 2s and 3s here. Neither of these can be a 3, so that's a 3. That makes this a 3. This is an 8. This over here becomes an 8. So one of these 2 is a 2, and it's going to be this one. And that's a 4. 9's here. One of those is going to be a 4. So we end up with a 2 here. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's going to be an 8. That makes this a 3, this a 2, this a 3, this a 4, 9, 6, 6, 5, and let's actually drop a 6 in there, and then finish it up down here with a 9 and a 4. So that's the easy in the GNOME Sudoku version, which is about the level of the simple in the Sudoku Store puzzles. But that's where we are. I will see if I can find out what my time was on the medium puzzle. We do a hard puzzle tomorrow and Saturday, and I look forward to catching up with you again. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.